And so to the final of the men's single sculls, won last year in Cologne in awful, rainy, wet, cold conditions by the man occupying lane 3, Rob Waddell of New Zealand. We'll see him in a minute. First of all, though, this is Nicolas Sartori representing Italy. He's been in the double sculls finals for the past 2 years. And then Václav Halupa for the Czech Republic. He's made every final since 1989. Fantastic record. Here is the defending champion, 24-year-old Rob Waddell, whose wife just finished a very good 5th in the women's singles final. The Olympic champion, Zeno Müller, yet to win the World Championship title, a man who doesn't like flying. And then Derek Porter, world champion back in 1993, and feeling confident that he can certainly reach the podium today. And then in lane number 6, a man who's made vast improvement. This is Ivo Yanakiev for Bulgaria, who finished 15th a year ago in Germany.
You've got 2 surprise people here in the final. On lane 1, Italy, Sartori, and the Bulgarian here on lane 6. But the man to watch really is Waddell. He's been looking pretty unapproachable over this last week. He's looked quite supreme. But this man has come on a lot since his time off. He took a bit of time off to train to be a chiropractor, and he's now focused back on his sculling, and he's been moving very well. So he's pretty well a man to watch. So you've got there Waddell over there in lane 3. Then you've got Zeno Müller, the Olympic champion, and then closest to us, the Canadian Porter. But it's actually Sartori of Italy who's gone out in front from lane 1. He's really taken a flyer here. He's about half a length up on the field and moving very, very sweetly. Smallest of this group of extremely powerful scullers, but there he is out in front.
Well, I guess that's right, Dan. He's the lightest of the lot, and he's trying to take advantage of these fast tailwind conditions and see how long he can stay out in front. But there's Halupa, who usually has a steady start and then comes with a late charge. Absolutely fantastic record he's got.
Well, you can see the difference in their rates. You've got Sartori there at 38, really spinning along. You've got Halupa sitting there much, much steadier at about 34 strokes a minute. But there's Sartori having a fabulous time out there in front, looking across, and he can hardly believe it. Nearly 500 meters, and he's nearly a length up on the field. This is a fantastic start for Italy.
Coming to the end of the first quarter, and Rob Waddell beginning to find his rhythm. But it's Italy who go through across the line, and then Derek Porter beginning to move up as well. And it's Porter, Müller, and also Waddell beginning to close a little bit on the man in picture, who, as I mentioned earlier, was in the double sculls finals for the past 2 years. But there you can see the bow of Derek Porter's boat. He's had some coaching differences. He's really doing it on his own at the moment. Changed his rigging since Lucerne, and things have been going pretty well. And he picked up the Pan American single sculling title on his way to these World Championships as well.
Well, what can the other guys be thinking here? You've got Sartori's gone out. He's really taken the bull by the horns. And the rest of them, well, they're mature scullers. They must be sitting there thinking he's going to blow soon. We'll eat him up, we'll wind him down. And there we go, there's the world champion sitting comfortably back and forth. He takes a quick look round at Zeno Müller. Zeno focused and forward, as is Derek. Derek must be thinking now, this is my home ground. He's looking round. How much does he want this race?
Yes, Derek Porter, one of 2 men who were actually born in the United Kingdom. He was born in Belfast, and Rob Waddell originally in England. We've lost both of those, Dan.
Yeah, Derek was, remember, the stroke of the Olympic 8 for Canada, which won the gold medal in '92. Moved on to sculling and won the gold medal in the single in '93. And now he's back here and right there challenging for the lead. But this man, Rob Waddell, he's 24 years old, and he's sitting there looking very, very relaxed. Look at the length of his arms. He's a tall, tall man, huge thighs. You see him standing there in the boat enclosures, and you think, where's the power coming from? And then you see the legs, you see the quads.
Well, there are the enclosures coming past Henley Island at the half distance, and it's Waddell who's moved into second place. Zeno Müller and Derek Porter are sparring for the bronze medal position. Then the Bulgarian, and then the man who's out at the back at the moment is Halupa, and he's really going to have to do some work to put himself into this race. But still Sartori really impudently hanging on to the lead.
But let's watch Waddell now. Waddell's beginning to move. He's been sitting there at 32.5. He's just moved up to 34, and he's making his move here at halfway.
He's so long and strong, and interestingly again, he's sculling in a New Zealand boat this year.
Yep, and look how he's moved away from Muller and from Porter. These two now have dropped back, and Sartori is still holding him off, but look at Waddell go. He's got about 800 meters to go, and just in a few strokes there, he's hit the front. He's a phenomenal sculler, and there's no one going to be able to touch him.
Yeah, so long and strong, Rob Waddell, and he takes over the lead. Sartori now must try and hold himself together to see whether he could possibly get a medal out of this race.
Well, Sartori's taken the race out hard. He's gone so strong, it must have cost him. He's now lost the lead to the world champion, and the Swiss is coming back on him.
Interesting here, Dan, because Zeno Muller, he was second last year. He was also second the last time the World Championships were in North America in Indianapolis, but he always seems to find one person too good for him.
Well, Zeno is quite an astonishing finisher. His last 500 meters always just take a field apart. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does now with Waddell sitting a length and a half, 2 lengths up on him. Sartori still hanging on there to the silver medal position, but it's Zeno Muller with his phenomenal finish coming into the last 500. A little bit further back there, we've got Porter holding on to bronze medal position. That'll be a great position for him if he can hold that, but he's got to catch Sartori to win that bronze medal. But it's Waddell. Look, striding out now, nearly 3 lengths up on Zeno Muller, just sculling right away from the field. Zeno Muller going past Sartori now. That's that very recognizable style of Zeno Muller's, very upright, slides very quickly into the front stop, but it's the man from New Zealand way out in front and heading for another gold medal.
Indeed he is. Ekaterina Kototovic was pretty impressive, but this is equally impressive, if arguably not more impressive, because Waddell is just demolishing a world-class field, and the fight really is now on for that bronze medal, because Zeno Muller is really establishing himself solidly in silver medal position, and he looks as if he's booked for that for the second successive year. But now into the enclosures, and the crowds on both sides beginning to rise and applaud this man, and so they should, because he really is a class act. There's Zeno Muller going through, Sartori on the far side. Porter's out of your picture, but beginning to move now, Derek Porter on Sartori, and he's getting on terms as we see Waddell come to the last few strokes of the race now. Waddell accelerated, but really easily coming to the line now to win his second title. Rob Waddell takes the gold medal, defends his championship, masses of clear water, and it's now Porter, and it's Muller's ahead and going across the line for the silver medal, just ahead of Porter, who's got the better there of Halupa, who's come in with a flourish to finish in 4th place. The winning time, a new world best time, 0.35 of a second, the improvement over Yuri Jansen's 4-year-old record.
That kind of fantastic dominant form.
And there's Rob Waddell towering over the other two very big men as Denny Oswald, the president of the International Rowing Federation, awards him his gold medal. Zeno Muller, a 3rd silver, Dan.
Yeah, he'll be a bit disappointed, I think, perhaps, but a silver medal sets him up well for a fantastic confrontation next year in Sydney for the Olympic gold medal.
And Derek Porter, well, he's not going to be too disappointed. A bronze medal in front of his home crowd. That's a step forward. Nonetheless, they're all going to find it pretty tough to depose Waddell.